Hey, Stephen. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Just for all of us, how did you end up here at Hardin-Simmons?
Oh, it was a while back in 2012. I came for my undergraduate. I was just a regular high school student in Indonesia, in Surabaya specifically, and there was an agent called Eli 360 that had a partnership with Hardin-Simmons at the time. And Eric Presley, one of the founders, yes, he came and presented a bunch of schools, Christian schools, because my parents wanted specifically for me to be in a Christian environment. And I've always wanted to go to the US, but just never, there's just so many choices. And so we were trying to find the right one for me. And Hardin-Simmons just came up to the top in terms of affordability, in terms of the programs that I was looking for. And it was a pretty smooth process after that, and just arrived in Abilene in 2012.
But now you're working on campus.
And now I work on campus.
So your official title?
Is Market Research Analyst.
So what are you researching in the market? Tell us what's going on.
Well, it's a little bit deceiving, but we don't really do too many market research per se, but work in institutional research, right, which primarily work with data and with numbers, and primarily just two functions, which is keeping us compliant in terms of federal, state government, and other organizations in terms of reporting. And then we also use those data and numbers to help provide better decision making, and that's pretty much what we do.
Good. What do you love about Hardin-Simmons? What was the difference that you saw before you came, and then when you were here as a student?
Before I came, I think just the Christian values was very important for me and for my parents, and the programs that I saw were good. In terms of affordability, that was one of the biggest concerns for our family, and they worked with us to the last day. I mean, there were multiple emails that went back and forth, and they were very patient about it. And so I was very happy that they didn't give up on me. They could have at any point, but they didn't, and here I am.
What is it about data that gets you excited? Why do you like numbers so much?
Oh.
Would you rather write a paper or do a math problem?
No, math problem all the way.
Oh my goodness, serious? Come on.
All the way.
What is it about data and numbers that you love?
I just think that there's a certain pattern that I can see. With papers, I feel like I always start with a blank paper, and that's very intimidating. But with a problem, with whether that's math, whether that's computer science, which is more of what I'm doing now, I see the problem and I can immediately form some steps in my mind compared to a paper where it's more a creative process. And I feel like that's not my strength. I think, well, there's a certain strength in that in terms of problem solving, but not in just free creativity. Right. Yeah, and so.
What do you like to do for fun, Stephen?
Ooh, I like to play video games. I like to read. I like to watch shows. I like to play piano, soccer. So a lot of things, and I try to be very diverse in terms of recreational activities.
Every time I see you, you're in Fletcher Fitness Center.
That's right.
And I always say the same thing. What are you working on today? And you say...
It's the same thing.
I ask the same thing, you answer the same thing.
That's right, yeah.
That's good. Well, if there's one thing that you could do every day for the rest of your life, and you would enjoy it, what would that one thing be?
Studying, whether that's...
Really?
Subjects, whether that's languages, whether that's anything. I think learning is a very central core of who I am. I just like learning, and I feel I make progress, whether that's small or large, and that drives me every day. So I absolutely love languages, actually. I would love to do that more, even though I only know two for now, but would love to have more languages.
You sound like a lifelong learner.
Yes, oh yeah, absolutely.
Surabaya. What do you miss about Surabaya?
The food.
That's what I hear from everybody.
The food, absolutely. Not the weather per se, because it's very humid, very hot. It's like Houston, but times 10. Right? And so don't miss that, but the food, absolutely. And the people, of course. My family, my friends, yeah.
Well, hopefully one of these days I'll get to try some Indonesian food in one of our international weeks.
Absolutely.
I'll taste test with you. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you being here. I'm glad you're working here.
Thank you so much.